Hello and welcome to Caffrey's Enniskillen campus and our spring virtual open event for equine. The campus is located 2 miles outside of the town of Enniskillen in County Fermanagh. It's set in 62 hectares, which includes wetlands and woodland, as well as the specialised equine facilities. The college first opened its doors as the Enniskillen Agricultural College in 1967, with the first equine courses being offered in 1994. Since then, it has gone through a lot of different stages of development. In the 1990s, the main college building was totally refurbished, but the biggest investment has been in converting the farm to equine. Most of the courses now at Enniskillen are equine related and range from certificates to honours degree programmes. Students come from all over Ireland to study with us, and most importantly, they pay the same fees for the degree programmes as our own local students do. One of the things we are most proud of is the close working relationship we have with the equine industry, not just in Ireland but across the world. Students get the opportunity to meet and work with some of the top professionals, and many get jobs as a result. So if your passion is horses, then this is a great place to study. You will be with like-minded people in a friendly environment with a very strong sense of community, and our students love it. So welcome. I hope you enjoy our virtual event. Good evening everyone, and a very warm welcome to Enniskillen campus of the College of Agriculture, Food and Rural Enterprise, or Caffrey. At the campus here we provide a very wide range of education and training opportunities for young people who are new to the industry and also for people who are working in the industry. Our staff are very well qualified and they have extensive experience in the equine industry. And also, I'd like just to say that they're also very dedicated to working with young people, really interested in young people and want the young people to do their best. So at this stage, I'd also like to introduce 2 of my colleagues that are with me here this evening. We have Shelley Stewart on my left and Jane Elliott on my right. And firstly, turning to Shelley, you're very welcome, Shelley. And would you maybe just tell us a little bit about yourself and your role here at the college?
And I look after the further education programmes here at Enniskillen. I came through further education myself before progressing on to the degree. I've then worked in various roles in the equine industry before coming back to work in education.
Okay, thanks very much, Shelley, and I know we're going to hear some more from you later on, so thanks for now. And moving over to Jane Elliott. Jane, you're also very welcome here with us this evening. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role?
I'm Jane Elliott and I look after the higher education programmes here at the college, which is the Bsc Honours degree and the Foundation degree in Equine Management. I have a degree in agriculture and a master's in equine science, and I've worked at the college for 30 years. Super, Jane, and I know we'll hear more from you later on too, so thanks for that for now. In the next 30 or 40 minutes, our plan here is to explain what goes on at Enniskillen campus. We're going to play some short video clips. You'll get the chance to meet some staff and meet some students as well through those video clips, and you'll also get the opportunity really to hear what we do here at Enniskillen. So we're supposed to start with what do we offer. The first thing I would say is that we have very strong links, first of all, with the industry. It really sets us apart, and our provision in equine really complements what goes on at Greenmount and at Loughry campuses. We have approximately 150 equine students currently enrolled on our further and higher education courses, and we also run agriculture courses in conjunction with Greenmount campus, and we also have industry training courses in equine that are delivered really across Northern Ireland, and we also have online provision which is delivered internationally. We have a very well established reputation for training young people and to a very high standard to compete really in the very competitive world which is the careers in equine at the moment. The first equine students graduated from our doors back in 1998, and since then almost 900 young people have qualified with diplomas and degrees. And we keep in touch with the graduates really through social media, and we believe that over 90% are either directly employed in the industry working directly with horses, or else they're working in another job and still looking after horses. And that's very, very comparable to some sectors.
The student body is drawn mainly from the island of Ireland, and we have some students also from across the water in Great Britain, and we also have a small number of international students. So to those that are watching in, feel free to post your questions to us. We'll do our best to answer them on the night, and if we can't do so, we'll post you an answer in the next couple of days or so. And also, if you like what you see and like what you hear, give us a thumbs up. Okay, so we're going to move on now and hear a little bit more detail about our equine courses from Shelley and from Jane. So firstly, turning to Shelley, who manages our further education programme. Shelley, could you outline some of the further education courses and how do young people apply?
Okay. Well, we have our Level 2 programme. It's a technical certificate in equine care. It is a 1-year full-time course, including 5 weeks work placement. The assessment is made up of multiple choice exam, assignments and practical assessments. Successful students may progress onto the Level 3 qualification. There are no tuition fees for our Level 2 and you apply through our Caffrey website.
Okay.
The Level 3 Advanced Technical Extended Diploma in Equine Management is a 2-year full-time programme, also including 5 weeks work placement. The assessment is made up of exam, assignments and practical assessments. Successful students may progress onto the foundation degree or directly onto the honours degree. Again, there are no tuition fees and you apply through our Caffrey website.
And Shelley, what about financial support? Is there any financial support available for students coming to study further education?
Yes, you can apply to the Education Authority for a means tested grant, and that can help cover living costs and accommodation.
Perfect. I'm aware here also, Shelley, at the campus that we get a lot of young students coming to stay with us. They can stay in accommodation and so on, and for many of them it's probably their first time living away from home. Could you tell us a little bit about how you help them settle in and how in general they feel happy when they're here?
Well, campus full-time education staff make up that residential support team who are there in the evening and overnight to help support the students and help them settle in.
And something that's fairly new to our provision here is the apprenticeship programme.
Yeah, we have the Level 2 apprenticeship in the equine industry. It's a 2-year part-time programme for those working in the industry for at least 21 hours per week. The assessment includes the British Horse Society Stage 2 exam. And that's becoming really popular with students as well in Northern Ireland? It has, yeah. Okay. And also tell us a little bit about the Farrier programme, because that's quite popular too. Okay, so the Farrier Upskilling programme is for those who have been working as a farrier for over 2 years, and it is to prepare them for their WCF diploma. And I don't know whether you mentioned this or not, but I'm aware of progression. People can progress from Level 2 up. Yeah, so Level 2 full-time students, if when they're successful, they can progress to the Level 3 qualification. Okay. Shelley, thanks for now for that. That's a really good summary of our equine further education courses and how you work with the students again. So thank you very much for that. And just to say that for those that are looking in, there's further information available on the Caffrey website. So now we're going to move to a short video featuring one of our students, Patrick Mcavoy. And Patrick was a member of the Siskinoor Pony Club, and that's really where it all started out for Patrick. He came here on an open day. He really liked what he'd seen, and he joined us as a higher education student. So we'll just watch the video here and hear what Patrick has to say.
Hello, my name is Patrick Mcavoy. I'm from Omagh, County Tyrone, and I'm currently in the final year of the Bsc Honours degree in Equine Management. I have been involved with horses all my life and come from a show jumping family who are all very passionate about horses. I was a member of the Siskinoor Irish Pony Club and show jumped every weekend. In secondary school, I was a member of the school show jumping team, and the organiser, Joan Potts, took us all down to Caffrey's Equine Open Day. The degree course is fantastic. It offers you experience in all areas of the equine industry, giving students the hands-on opportunity of working in the equitation, racing and breeding unit. This familiarity gives you the confidence required to work in a real job, plus the academic knowledge essential for better understanding of modern systems and technologies. I really enjoy the science and challenge of nutrition, paving my decision to study the use of joint supplements in Irish show jumping horses for my thesis. The breeding unit and modules also appealed to me, and I found the full prep and sales really rewarding. For me, the best thing about studying this course is the learning by doing experience. The staff have been incredible to me during my time here. They are always willing to help you if you're struggling, and are very approachable. Caffrey also have small class sizes, making it like a big family, and you can get to know everybody quite quickly. In Caffrey, it's not all about studying. As a residential student, there's a great student atmosphere. There are always plenty of evening activities organised by the staff, from cinema trips to yoga and bowling. I finished my course in May and will be hoping to graduate in June with the rest of my classmates, and hopefully we'll be able to have a party to celebrate our great time at Caffrey. 21 bursaries are available to students studying equine management at Enniskillen campus. These financial bursaries are generously provided by leading equine businesses and ancillary organisations which have a close association with the campus. The industry visits are fantastic too, permitting students to visit different aspects of the industry and see how they are managed. On a normal day, pre-COVID, students had the opportunity to take part in the riding out of the racehorses from 7:30 in the morning. The classes start at 9:30 a.m. for morning session, which could be classroom or practical sessions. After lunch, the timetable could be varied depending on the subjects you're studying. Every day is different and always educational. My experience as a student at Caffrey has been fantastic. The staff and facilities are amazing, and I feel confident that I am armed with life skills and equine knowledge that is required to meet the demand of the global equine industry. I would highly recommend Caffrey to any school leaver that is passionate about horses and wants to follow a career in the equine industry.
Okay, so that video will really give you a good experience of how Patrick's progressed here at Enniskillen. I remember first day Patrick came in here, and it's really good to see how Patrick is progressing. It's fantastic, and thank you very much, Patrick, for doing that video, preparing that for us, which was first class, so thank you. And also to say just that course delivery this year is different from normal. It's remote, and but we also have face-to-face teaching that takes place here for essential practical, and we'll hear more about that in a wee while. So for now, just thank you very much, Patrick, and it's good that you're enjoying your experience here at Enniskillen and you're grabbing all the experience that you can get, because I know it'll set you off well in the big bad world of horses. I'm now going to talk with Jane, who manages the higher education courses at Enniskillen here. And Jane, just as Shelley did there, could you outline for us the higher education courses at Enniskillen, please?
Okay, we have two higher education programmes which are both validated by Ulster University. The first is a Bsc Honours Program, which is either a 3 or a 4 year programme, depending on whether a student opts to do a year's work placement. If a student does that, they will graduate with their honours degree, but they'll also have a diploma in professional practice or a diploma in international professional practice. Our foundation degree is a 2 year programme, and students spend a minimum of 11 weeks out in work placement in the second year of that programme. Students who wish to come on the programme should apply online through UCAS at www.ucas.com. Closing date for that was back in January, but we still accept late applications and those will still be processed, and we still have a few places on both of our higher education programmes.
Jane, that's an important point, and thanks for mentioning that, because it's not too late to apply just because that date has gone.
No, absolutely, and you can still log on to the system and go through the UCAS application process.
I'm now going to ask you a complex question, and I know you have the answer to it. It's about the fees. Could you explain just how the fees work and the financial support that's available, please?
Okay, the fees for our higher education programmes at the minute are £1,785 per year. Students from Northern Ireland can apply through Student Finance NI for a loan, which will cover maintenance plus the fee aspect. Students from the Republic of Ireland can apply through SUSI for maintenance funding, but they're also eligible to apply through Student Finance NI for a loan for the fees. So our fees are very good value, and there is funding support available for students coming from both Northern Ireland, the United Kingdom, and also from the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah. And just to say to anyone looking in, there's quite a complex area, the fees, and I know that Jane will be available and some of the staff will be available here if you have any complications over fees and complicated answers, because Jane certainly will be fit to answer your questions, and feel free to contact the college later on if that's the case. Jane, another thing that I was going to mention here was that the excellent support that the campus receives from the industry. which really provides essential guidance and supports for our students. Could you give us some examples of that support?
Yeah, we have a fantastic relationship with the equine industry, and we have a number of bursary providers who put £1,000 in to fund students to help them to support them through their studies. So students can apply for those bursaries, and they're based largely on assignment work. So we try not to get them to do any extra work over and above what they're required to do as part of the curriculum. We also have great support on our Equine Careers Day. So in normal years, our industry people will come into the campus and we'll have trade stands, and they'll participate in panel discussions, and they'll also participate in mock interviews with our students. This year we had a Careers Day with a difference, so it was all virtual, but we provided the same type of things for our students, and we had virtual rooms in the morning that the students were able to go into and ask about careers in the industry. We also have great industry support through our higher education conference, and we had speakers this year from Canada, from England, from Ireland. So we had a great virtual conference whose theme was equine welfare, so that's a very important aspect of the industry at the minute. We also have our industry people who provide internships, which gives graduates an opportunity to go out and get a year's experience in the place of work. And providers of internship have included the likes of Coulter and Horse Sport Ireland. So it gives a young graduate a really good opportunity to develop themselves in the workplace post-graduation.
That's fantastic, Jane, and there's a fantastic range of support here, as Jane has outlined, for all the students. And just to say that we're very, very fortunate as a campus within the college to have that level of support, and we really, really value it, and I know that the students do too, because it gives them first-class opportunities to develop work experience, which I'm going to ask you about in a minute or two, and also careers at the end of the day. But the courses contain some work experience, as you mentioned. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Our Bsc Honours students have the opportunity to go on 12 months work experience between second year and third year, and a number of them take the opportunity to do that, and it can really add value and help to develop their employability skills as well. Our foundation degree 2 students go out on a minimum of 11 weeks work placement as part of the second year of the programme, and we also encourage our students to go out and gain industry experience through our industry connections over the holidays, so over the summer holiday periods and over Christmas and Easter, and the vast majority of our students will do that as well.
That's fantastic, Jane. And also, I mean, Shelley mentioned there that some of the students can progress from level 2 up to level 3, and I know that students can travel or progress, I suppose is the word, from further education into higher education. How does that work, and what about foundation degree into degree?
Students who successfully complete the foundation degree with a weighted average of over 55 in the second year of the programme can progress directly into the second year of the honours degree programme. So it becomes a 2+2 programme. Mm-hmm. And again, we have a number of students who will opt to take that route each year.
Mm-hmm. Something else that I know of as well here is that we was assessed by Landex, which is the land-based colleges striving for excellence across the United Kingdom. And they come in here and looked at our industry links, and they said, look, it's above and beyond the best really in the United Kingdom. That's bound to help students get jobs, and could you tell us a little bit about the type of jobs they get? Absolutely.
There's a wide range of employment prospects out there for equine graduates. There are opportunities in colleges as lecturers, opportunities in the feed industry in terms of nutritionists or in retail. Some of them go into stud management. We have assistant trainers out there. Some set up their own businesses, either providing livery if they've got opportunities at home on the farm or whatever. So really wide range of opportunities, and great opportunities for those who want to travel to work, because the equine industry is very much a global industry as well. So opportunities at home and abroad.
Jane, thanks very much. Thanks for all of that, for describing really the higher education programmes and all the opportunities that students will get. There might be one or two questions for you later on, so we'll come back to you. And just to mention that on the Caffrey website, there's more information there available for anybody that wants it. At Upskilling here, we place a very strong emphasis on employability. We place great value in helping students develop their up-to-date knowledge and also practical skills, but also importantly interpersonal skills, so that whenever they can talk to people and present themselves really, really well in that regard. So our next video clip features one of our graduates, Natalie Fair. Natalie comes from Lisburn, and she completed the level 3 in horse management, and she worked hard. Natalie worked very, very hard with us, and she took all the opportunities that she can get to travel, as the video will show. She then progressed from Enniskillen to an integrated master's in veterinary physiotherapy in England, and she's now running her own business back in Northern Ireland, so she's been very successful. So we're going to just maybe play the video now, please.
So my name is Natalie Fair. I have a master's degree in veterinary physiotherapy, and I've recently started up my own business, Fair Physio NI, in November of 2020. This business is a mobile service based in Northern Ireland, where I provide physiotherapy to both horses and dogs. On a daily basis, I treat a mixture of both horses and dogs, ranging from rehabilitation cases to competition animals. I find that the most rewarding thing about the job is seeing my client's condition gradually improve through my physiotherapy treatment and prescribed at-home remedial exercises. What attracted me to Caffrey was the hands-on approach to learning and the industry opportunities that were available to the students. I studied the Level 3 Extended Diploma in Horse Management at Caffrey, and during this time I learned a lot about horse welfare, which led me to carry out my final year thesis on physiotherapy as a profession. This helped me to decide what career path I wanted to follow, and so I went on to study an integrated Masters in Veterinary Physiotherapy at Writtle University College for 4 years before qualifying as a veterinary physiotherapist. Through Caffrey, I undertook 10 weeks of work placement with Eric Pelle of Lesbian Farm, where I continued to work for a further 3 years. I was also fortunate enough to be chosen to take part in the Erasmus Plus programme in Holland, which included a week spent on placement in an international show jumping yard and 16 days in total. Another opportunity was stewarding at the Northern Ireland Festival in Cavan Equestrian Centre, as well as taking part in student open days, foaling the brood mares and breaking in 2 homebred youngsters for riding. With support from the lecturers, my time at Caffrey has provided me with an extensive foundation of knowledge and many contacts within the equine industry that are invaluable to me as I progress throughout my career. There were many highlights throughout, although being awarded the Danske Bank Trophy and being named Equine Student of the Year at graduation would have to be the main highlights. For anyone looking to pursue an equine career, my advice to you is to take on any opportunities that come your way, make connections in the industry and get as much hands-on experience as possible, as it will help you in the long run. Choosing to study at Caffrey is a step in the right direction towards beginning a career in the equine industry, as you will gain a great deal of experience and knowledge. Thanks everyone for listening.
Okay, so in that video there, Natalie described some of the fantastic opportunities that were available here through Enniskillen campus, and how she developed her knowledge and skills to really assist her move on in the world, and now ultimately she's running her own business, which is fantastic, and well done to Natalie. And Natalie, thank you very much for producing that video for us. We're now going to take some more questions that have come in from our viewers this evening, and the first one will pass to Jane here. It's quite a common question, I'd say, this one, Jane. It's, I have missed the UCAS deadline for applications. Can I still apply for a course in Enniskillen?
Absolutely, you can still apply through UCAS at www.ucas.com, even though the initial deadline is passed, and we will still process applications, and we still have places available on both of our higher education programmes.
Okay, and another question, if you, Jane, if you don't mind handling this one too. We get a lot of students from south of the border in the Republic of Ireland. This person is currently studying the Leaving Cert, and the question basically is, what grades do I need?
Okay, we operate on a UCAS tariff point system, so our entrance requirements for our honours degree is 96 UCAS tariff points, and for our foundation degree is 48 UCAS tariff points. Now, students from ROI need to have passed 4 subjects at higher, and they need to have a minimum of an 04 in English and Maths. And if they go onto the UCAS website, they will be able to use the tariff calculator, and they can put in the Leaving Cert grades from H1 to H6 and see how many UCAS tariff points that's equivalent to, because I'm aware that a lot of folk talk in terms of Irish Leaving Cert points, but they can easily use the converter to find out what the UCAS tariff points equivalent is, and I'd certainly recommend that folks go and have a look at that.
Aye, and Jane, the question is inevitable here, and some people would be worried about grades and so on, and the question is, what happens if I don't get my grades?
Okay, well, there are opportunities on our further education programmes, and as Shelley has already outlined, that students who have completed the Level 3 programme can progress on to either the foundation degree or the honours degree programme depending on their grades. So it's really worth talking to us, and we can give some recommendations as to what the best route is, and certainly there's a route into HE through FE here at Caffrey and Upskilling campus.
Jane, thank you very, very much for that. And just to reiterate or reinforce the points that Jane makes there, is that if you just happen not to get the grades that you would have liked to have got, please come and talk to us, because at the end of the day there's a course pretty much for everyone. And it's not to say don't work hard, there's just some things that doesn't work out for people, and don't be overly disappointed. Come and talk to us and we'll see if we can help. So thanks, Jane, for that. And I'm now going to move over to Shelley, for there's a couple of questions here which are probably easier maybe handled by yourself. And the first one here is, what does a typical day look like for a student? And I know at the moment it's probably a little bit different from the normal, but you could tell us maybe what a typical day would look like in the life of a student.
Okay, well,
please.
Normally on a rota basis, a student's day can start at 7:30 in the morning, either riding out racehorses or on yard duties. Through the rest of the day then there's a mix of theory and practical classes, and in the evening we try to run a range of activities from baking club to yoga to rugby.
Okay, thank you, Shelley. And the next question inevitably follows from that is, how have we adjusted? And we've made a lot of adjustments to the delivery of our courses here because of the restrictions that had to be imposed by government due to COVID. So how do things look now?
Well, at the minute we've adopted a blended learning approach where we're teaching the theory online and then our essential practicals are on site.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And it's really important that we have the students on site for essential practical, because when the students leave us, we want to make sure that they're fit for the industry as well, and they're fit to work in the industry. So that's why we've changed really and had to adapt because of the COVID restrictions. Another one, Shelley, for yourself is the accommodation. Is accommodation available on campus? And the question here is, what is the cost?
Okay, we have over 70 rooms available on site, and that generally accommodates all first year students, preference given to those who are under 18. You apply for accommodation through the Caffrey website from the 1st of June, and we'd encourage people to apply as soon as possible and don't wait on your place being confirmed.
Okay, Shelley, thank you very much for that. And we're going to move now to really to cover the Equine Facilities. And one of the reasons really for the success here at Enniskillen is that we have outstanding practical facilities, and we strive to teach students to a high level of academic achievement, but we also do that with horses. And we have an equine breeding unit, racing unit, equitation, and a farrier unit. And we also have a student horse livery unit. So we'll maybe move to the next video, and it'll give you an understanding of how our facilities operate here at Enniskillen.
I'm a senior equine technologist based here at Caffrey Enniskillen campus. At Enniskillen, we are extremely proud of our outstanding equine facilities. The facilities are here to help the development of students' knowledge and skills, as well as demonstrating new technologies to both students and the equine industry. We have 3 units which are divided into racing, breeding and equitation. By working and learning in these units, students get real-life practical experience of a professionally managed equine enterprise, which is really important for their future careers. Horse welfare is at the centre of our management practices, and we have recently completed 2 new active turnout areas, which include grazing areas, hard standing, water stations and feeding areas. This provides the horses with more opportunities for moving and socialising compared to traditional housing. In the breeding unit, we have up to 10 sports horse, national hunt and flatbred mares. This is typical of the type of horses there are in Northern Ireland and gives students the opportunity to learn how to breed stock for a particular purpose. Equine students can also participate in assessing stock, stallion selection, preparing stock for sales and assisting at foaling. The students are also given the chance to take part in the foal watch rota, which is always very popular. This is where they sit up and monitor the mares at night, and if they are lucky, a mare will foal while they are on duty. As the foals grow, we use a system called GrowTrack, which monitors their development by comparing the growth rates of our horses with those of young horses of similar age, sex and breed. In the equitation unit, there are 21 riding horses which are used in practical skills and riding classes. Students learn a number of skills including assessing health, grooming, clipping, tacking up, exercising and preparing the horses for competition. We have plenty of areas to ride throughout the estate, including outdoor and indoor arenas, a cross-country course and hacking tracks. All of the programmes of study are informed by current research and up-to-date industry knowledge. Our extremely experienced staff are well placed to assist young people in developing their skills and promoting the latest technologies, which include systems to measure saddle pressure, gait analysis, rein tension, rug temperature, as well as dust monitoring equipment and visualise rider assessment jackets. We also have riding simulators to develop the students' riding skills outside of scheduled classes. The racing unit has 12 horses in training. These horses are prepared for point-to-point racing by students who often commit to riding out in the mornings before breakfast. Our training facilities include a 1.5 furlong circular gallop leading onto a 3 furlong straight schooling sand track. Students learn to use a heart rate monitoring and global positioning system to track the horse's fitness during their preparation for racing. This system gives valuable information which is regularly fed back to classes and used within research. Once the horses are fit enough for racing, they compete at point-to-points generally from January onwards, often ridden by students who have gained their jockey's licence. It gives the students involved a great sense of satisfaction to see the horses they have helped to prepare out racing. So I hope I have been able to show you that at Enniskillen campus we have unique state-of-the-art facilities that are there to support and enhance student learning, which makes them very employable in all areas of the equine industry.
I hope that video really depicted the level of the practical facilities that we have available here at Enniskillen, which in many ways are world class. And one of the advantages that we have here, and it's quite a unique selling point of Enniskillen, is that we have equine technologists that work alongside teaching staff. And by having that, it really embeds the latest innovative technologies in our teaching, and also helps students understand the latest learning, the latest research, the latest innovation really that's available right across the world. And you'd have heard Jane mentioning earlier on about our equine conference, which this year, because of the COVID pandemic, we operated on an online basis. But that allowed us to reach out internationally to get the best speakers zoomed right into the students right in their front rooms and their bedrooms, which was a fantastic opportunity to get the latest equine research really at first glance. And one of the things really we want to pick up on here is that another question or two has come in just from the audience here, and one of them is the fees again, and we just want to re-emphasise the fees in the South, Jane, of Ireland. This person actually lives in Tipperary, and they're really asking again to explain the fees from the southern perspective. Would you mind doing that?
Okay, so the fees for a southern student are exactly the same as the fees for a Northern Ireland student. So it works out at £1,785 per year. So it represents really good value for a higher education programme. Students from the Republic of Ireland can apply through SUSI for a maintenance grant, and again that's means tested, so not everybody will be eligible. But students from the Republic can apply through Student Finance NI for a loan for the fees, and that's done through the Student Finance NI website, and they apply as an undergraduate full-time as an EU citizen. And there's a form that needs to be completed and submitted online.
Jane, thanks very much for that. Obviously it's an area of interest, and we're getting a lot of questions on that level of financial support from the audience here tonight. And I suppose it's natural enough that it would be a very, very common area of interest, so thanks for explaining it again. And just to say that anyone out there that is inquiring about this is just make contact with us, and we'll do our best to answer that on a one-to-one basis, because it can be tricky and it can be a bit of a minefield to walk through. So thanks, Jane, for now. Question for you, Shelley, is can I bring my horse with me if I decide to study at Enniskillen campus?
Yes, we have a student livery yard, and it is run by the degree students as part of their business module. It's between £40 and £45 a week, and that covers your bedding and your forage.
And that's obviously from someone who has their own horse, and something that we are very, very keen on here is the link between the students and the horses, because that's what sets us apart too. Not every college has the horses. We do have, and we have them for a simple reason, is that when the students go out into the industry, they have to work with horses, so they need to know what they're doing. So it makes common sense that that we have the horses in sight for them to work with. But there's another question interestingly has come in here, and it's obviously someone that doesn't have a lot of riding experience, and they're basically saying, I don't have much riding experience, would this be a problem?
Not at all. We have non-riding options in all of our courses, and it's the difference of 1 or 2 modules and predominantly the same qualification.
And Jane, to yourself on higher education, I mean, I'm quite sure the answer is the same.
Yeah, absolutely. We have equitation modules on the programme, but there are alternative modules for those who don't want to ride, or who maybe do ride but want to try something different. So we've got the horse racing industry modules as well, and some of our students will come with absolutely no racing experience, but will get very much involved with point-to-point yard here on the college, and will go on to make a career in the thoroughbred industry.
Yeah, that's an important point. Actually, we would challenge students that come here to try something different, and that can be quite important, because some people would come in here with quite a narrow understanding of the equine world, and yet when they'd come here, as you say, they could be exposed to the racing side of things, or the breeding side of things, or even in some cases to the equitation when they mightn't have it before. So that's something we like to challenge and to open up their mind, and that's very, very important. And I'm going to just maybe move on a little bit now to say that as far as the students are concerned at this campus, we put the students at the very centre. They're very, very important, and if we're absolutely honest with you, the staff work here because we're interested in education, we're interested in young people, and we're interested in helping those young people be the best that they can be. And it's really, really brilliant to see the young students coming through our doors and working with us for a while, and then going out into the industry and landing super jobs for some of the best organisations in the world, and that's what our students are doing. Our next video is by Lucy Coulter, and Lucy provides a student view of Enniskillen campus in terms of what goes on here during the accommodation. So we'll play Lucy's video now.
Hi, I'm a second year student on the Level 3 course in Equine Management here at Caffrey Enniskillen campus. I'm from Newry, so I've been staying in student accommodation, which I absolutely love. So I would like to show you around and let you see what's on offer for students who choose to live on campus. When you first arrive, you'll be met by the residential support team who will get you your keys and get you settled into your room. The accommodation manager is available every day to help with any issues or queries you may have. Support is available 24 hours a day, therefore it's a really safe place to live. Up to 75 students can stay on campus. Some of the bedrooms are upstairs in the main building, and the over 18s can stay in the bungalows dotted around the campus. All the bedrooms are single with shared bathrooms. The rooms are cosy and comfortable, and we can add in our own stuff to make them seem more homely. I share a bathroom with 3 other girls, but there's plenty of room for everyone, which is really important in the mornings when we're all trying to get out to class at the same time. We all have access to kitchens where we can make snacks, tea and coffee at any time we want. It's a great place to have a catch up with friends and have a bit of crack. The main restaurant is open every day from 8 in the morning to 6 at night, and there is a great range of food available. There are also laundry facilities, a library and computer suite close by. However, the Wi-Fi is good, so most people have their own laptop or iPad and do work in their rooms. There is also a common room or a TV room where we hang out and enjoy some fun and games. There is also a small fitness suite, but most of us use the horse simulators to work out as well as improving our riding technique. The campus is only 3 miles from the busy town of Enniskillen. It has everything we need in terms of shopping, cafes, restaurants and entertainment. When you live on campus, it's so easy to make friends and there's a real sense of community. Living away from home has made me much more independent, and I love the freedom of doing my own thing. But the best thing about living on campus is that we live so close to the horses. Isn't that right?
that last video will have shown you a student's view of the campus here, and just to say that we're very strong on helping students develop personally. Students that study here have an opportunity to receive a very rounded experience educationally, socially and interpersonally, and they also enjoy their experience here from a recreational perspective. The campus accommodation, as you'll have heard, is very reasonably priced, and details are available on the Caffrey website. And we see the residential experience here at Enniskillen has been very important. It helps young people develop. They're living away from home, and very often what we find is that they really develop friends for life, and a lot of the graduates coming out will testify to that. So we're coming towards the end of this evening's event, and I'd like just to summarise what's on offer here at Enniskillen. First of all, we have a range of nationally validated education programmes to suit everyone. We have dedicated and experienced staff who really care about the students. We have excellent facilities incorporating the latest technology. We have reasonably priced accommodation for under 18-year-old students and also first years. We have a small campus with a family feeling, and we have a strong ethos of learning by doing, and very importantly, we have 70 horses on site. We have fantastic industry links with some of the best equine organisations in the world, and we have opportunities for students to travel to really exciting and outstanding equine places like Lexington in Kentucky and also the Netherlands. So that's quite a lot to take in, but if you visit the Caffrey website for more information, it's all there and you can look in at any time. Also contact us at Enniskillen if you want to discuss any aspect of our education provision, and those contact details are available on our website, and some will come up at the end of this evening's session. Alternatively, there's a free phone number, 0800 028 4291, which you may contact, and again that number will come up at the end. So that brings us almost to the end of this evening's event. I'm going to thank Jane and Shelley for explaining our education provision. I'd like to thank Ronan for his camera work and technology behind the scenes along with Alan. And I'd also like to thank Deirdre and Tony for managing the overall project. So thanks to everybody. Our final video features 5 staff who play a key role in helping the students get the very best experience that they possibly can at Enniskillen campus here. And we really are a college that cares. So my final message to you, if you choose to come and study at Enniskillen, we will strive to do our best to ensure that you get a really good education to help you towards a rewarding career in the equine sector. So above all, thanks to everyone for watching, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Caffrey staff, supporting you to achieve your potential.
Hi, I'm Corrie. I'm one of the instructors here at Enniskillen. And the main thing I love about Enniskillen is the unique opportunities there are for students. This comes from the blended approach of practical and classroom learning. This means students can learn the theory and then put it into practice in the yard to get hands-on experience with horses every day. One of the opportunities is getting involved with the point-to-point horses on campus, which I train. A lot of the students may never have worked with race horses before, and it's great to see their confidence grow and a passion for racing develop, which can then turn into a career. So don't worry if you haven't had that much experience with horses, we are here to help you learn.
Hi, my name's Gabriel Tunney. I'm one of several instructors here at Caffrey who teach the students practical skills relevant to their course. I am an equine instructor, so I'm always around the yards teaching skills such as riding and jumping, clipping or horse management. We teach in small groups, so we get to know the students really well and can see if they need help. I really enjoy working with the students as I get to teach them something they are really interested in.
As the Student Support Officer for Caffrey, my role is to help those students who declare additional needs, such as dyslexia. I help make the transition from school to college life and have the support in place to help them complete their Caffrey qualification. I usually meet the student before they start their course and agree a bespoke programme of support. This may include extra time for exams or allocation of support tutors if needed. I am also the leading safeguarding officer for Caffrey and will work in partnership with all my education colleagues to ensure that all learners receive a high level of pastoral care.
Hi, I am a lecturer on the equine courses here at Enniskillen campus. I'm a graduate from the college and I'm delighted to be back as a lecturer after several years working in the industry. This experience has given me valuable insight into the skills required for a successful career in the equine sector. I really enjoy sharing my passion and knowledge with students in the classroom and outside in our fantastic facilities. We have staff who are passionate about all things equine and are here to support the students as they learn.
Hello, I'm the Student Services and Facilities Manager at Enniskillen campus. Along with the residential support team, I'm responsible for managing student accommodation and pastoral care for students. We're available in the evenings and overnight to make sure that everyone stays safe and well. We organise a weekly programme of evening activities to support and help you make new friends and settle into college life. Your welfare and safety is our priority.